Well, it's a lot of fun for us. It's a lot of fun for the fans and hopefully the TV audience. But 43 guys, not going to have a whole lot of fun today.
Pretty nerve-wracking.
The guy that wins will.
143,000 seats here. Tickets were sold to people from every state in the union, and 10 foreign countries are represented in the crowd, in the grandstands and in the infield. They've all come to see the excitement of Talladega. You get it for free, live on NBC. To go. And now these cars will begin to get up to full speed. With the restrictor blade, it takes about a lap and a half, almost 2 full laps to get up to full speed.
Check out Rusty Wallace. He has that 2 car up on the outside trying to work his way from the back to the front.
Rusty lost an engine in qualifying.
What an unbelievable thing. I talked to Jamie McMurray in that 42 car up on the outside. Wally Jr. talked to him last night, Wally. He said he has the best car he's ever had at Talladega. That car is flying.
Tony Stewart trying to get the lead and 5 bonus points.
Not quite this lap. Or will he? I think he got it. Yep.
5 bonus points for Stewart. Drivers in the chase for the championship. Those drivers are highlighted in Nextel yellow on the ticker at the top of your screen. On board with Tony.
Here comes his teammate Bobby Labonte in that 18 car.
Bump draft.
There's the bump draft we talked about. That's actually pretty nice right there. They'll get a lot harder as the race goes on. These guys will just be slamming each other in that back bumper.
Hey, Yoakum.
Bill, when you talk to crew chiefs in the garage all weekend long, they said the 20 car is who you want to run with. He can run anywhere. He's the car to beat. Latch on to him and you'll go or stay up at the front. And right now, he's got his teammate latched out of the bumper, AB.
Dale Jarrett sometimes has taken the strategy here at Talladega of dropping to the back of the pack and riding for a while in this race, saying it doesn't do you any good to try and finish if you're not around when the checkered flag waves. Today, with this brand new race car he's driving, Todd Parrott, the crew chief, says, we're going to try and stay up front for as long as we can. That's the safest place to be on this racetrack.
And AB, he might have the horsepower to do it today, because the 88, 38, and also the 21 car have some engines in the cars. They a little bit experimental, a little more horsepower, but they wonder about the durability. That's why they have them, to get ready for the Daytona 500 in February.
You can go fast, but can you last is the question.
That's the key. That's what they're trying to find out.
Rusty Wallace had a start at the back of the field, has worked his way up to 25th. He's in the middle of that pack, right next to Mark Martin, Matt.
His longtime racing friend, now Rusty, told me that the Penske plate program has really stepped it up this year. He's trying to take advantage of it in his final restrictor plate race here today. He told me he doesn't want to be in the middle of the pack. First choice, obviously the front, second choice at the back. But he says anywhere from the middle on back, usually that's where trouble finds people.
That yellow line is out of bounds. You cannot go down there and pass. If you do, you must give the position back, or NASCAR will bring you in for a conversation.
And that's why Tony Stewart backed off and let that 88 car get back in front of him. You think he had such a run?
Well, I think that was probably some of it. I don't know why it went down there so low. He didn't really need to go that far down, but sometimes you forget about that line when you're racing in a pack like this. cars are a handful right now, and most of it has to do with the air. It's all the air turbulence, especially in the middle of this pack of racing, is making the car do weird things. Sometimes it won't turn going into the corner, and then the next lap it'll get sideways going into the corner. It just depends where the cars are positioned and where the cars are positioned around your car. I mean, sometimes it's terrifying because you don't know what the car's going to do.
Sometimes,
Most of the time.
only between the green and the checkers.
Bill, you've driven a car down the freeway behind the truck.
Yes, sir.
You know that feeling how the car moves around? That's exactly what these cars feel like every foot around the speedway.
Magnify it times 100.
Yeah.
Guys in single file trying to break away from this pack.
Well, we talked about, you know, hanging guys out to dry. Now, right here's Rusty. He's on board right now. He is in the middle of this pack. You can see all these guys are all bunk wrapping each other right now. You can hear Rusty working the throttle. This is where you have to be really, really careful in this race, because when you're in that middle lane, any guy around you makes a mistake, and you could be in the wreck. Here, backing off the throttle.
And when you do that, you lose the momentum.
See how the car's floating around, especially through the tri-oval. These cars are, like I said, they're not stuck to the racetrack like they look. These things are just all over the place.
This track, rough.
Very rough.
Yeah, but it's not as rough as some places they race at. You can see the cars going through the bumps, but a lot of it is the air.
Sadler leaves, rather, and here's Ryan Newman moving inside of Jimmy Johnson.
And inside Kenseth, the 17 car.
And Newman would like those 5 bonus points for leading the lap as well, and so would Matt Kenseth.
Junior, on the move, Alan.
Yeah, 5-time Talladega winner, BP. This race car, Tony Jr., the crew chief, started on 2 weeks ago, Friday. It has been to the wind tunnel in those 2 weeks 5 times, getting ready for this one race. Looking to get DEI back up front at Talladega. Marty?
Alan, they talked about the guys wanting the 5 bonus points. Matt Kenseth trying that high line to get those 5 bonus points. Going around Elliott Sadler. Sadler gets a little bit loose, but Matt said, I need the 5 bonus points, but today I have the best combination of body, car, and engine I've ever had in a restrictor plate race. Not only can we win, we can lead much of this race.
And there he is in front.
Hey, what, I don't know for how long. There's another couple teammates right behind him. Quietly working their way to the front. That's Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon.
Talked to Matt Kenseth's crew chief, Robbie Reiser, for about a minute in the garage this morning inside their hauler. He was so nervous he didn't even want to talk about the race. I said, are you in a bad mood? He goes, no. I said, Talladega. He goes, yep. I said, I'll see you at Kansas.
Kenseth, he received those 5 bonus points for leading the lap.
A contender in the chase for the Nextel Cup. We're going to take a break. If trouble breaks out, we'll break in. You're watching NASCAR live on NBC.